Sana, you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. So what chapter are we in?
Matthew chapter 7,
And what are our verses?
verses 1 through 6.
Start when you're ready.
Judge not that you be not judged. For with the judgment you judge, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, a plank is in your own eye? Hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do not give what is holy to the dog, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces.
Thank you, Sana, for reading today. That was great. So, you know that Jesus likes to teach by telling stories and giving interesting illustrations. Like today, he asks, why do you notice a speck in your brother's eye when you have a plank in your own eye? Let me explain a couple things first. By a speck, Jesus means something very tiny, like a speck of dust. And when he says your brother, he means actually anyone you might know, a boy or a girl, not just your real brother. And do you know what a plank is? It's a big flat board that is usually used in construction. The ones at the lumber store are around 8 feet long. So Jesus is saying, don't you think it's silly to notice a tiny speck of dust in another person's eye and not notice the 8-foot board in your own eye? Now, we know Jesus was exaggerating a bit to get his message across, because there's no way I could fit an 8-foot board in my eye. But if I could, wouldn't it be silly to say, hey, look at Joe. He's got this itsy-bitsy tiny speck in his eye. And at the very same time, not notice that there was an 8-foot board in my own eye? Jesus calls this judging. And he says that we shouldn't do it. He says that a lot of times we notice the wrong things that other people do, but don't notice the wrong things that we ourselves do. You see, we don't like to think about the wrong things we do, about the sins that we do, but we like to be thinking about the sins of other people. And Jesus says that that's wrong. We should recognize our own sins so that we can make good changes. When we notice other people's sins, it doesn't help us to make good changes. So don't judge others. Thank you, Sana. Thanks for reading today. I'm Father Alexis, and remember, Christ is in our midst.